Hi, and welcome back. This is this week's Ask Tuck. And man, I have got three really good questions. Actually, one of these questions is so good that I'm actually going to do a dedicated video for it in this week's Hobo Tutorials, which happens on Wednesdays. So on Mondays, we do Ask Tuck. On Wednesdays, we do Hobo Tutorials. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about Homeless Entrepreneur and what they offer, whether you're homeless or looking to partner with an international not-for-profit, you should definitely look into Homeless Entrepreneur. All their information is down in the description. So this week I was asked by a gentleman in Frankfurt, what does Christmas mean to me? And when you're homeless, do you get more money or more donations, more gifts when or during the Christmas and holiday season? I will tell you, it just kind of depends upon the homeless person and whether or not they're interacting with the public. What does Christmas mean for me? It's just another day of the week. A lot of people, especially homeless people, we don't like the holidays. It's just a reminder of what we don't have, what we're missing, and a lot of other things. So for a lot of homeless, Christmas is a depressing time for us for various reasons, whether it be just, missing family or whether it be just kind of, the circumstances. But what does it, do you make more money or get more gifts during the holiday season? I will say yes and no. You will get a lot larger donations, usually between like Christmas and within a week after New Year. I'll get maybe $100 or $200 bills dropped in my lap, but that basically makes up for everybody else because most people are really busy going shopping and they're spending their money on, friends, family, and loved ones for these gifts that they don't really have much to give to the homeless. However, there are those that either take their gift money and go out and give it to the homeless or will, just because they have a little bit more. That's part of their gift giving process as they go out and they will drop a $20 to $100 bill in a homeless person's pocket. And quite frankly, it makes a huge difference. And sometimes it makes the whole season a little bit more nice for us in a lot of ways. Because I know last year I did it during the holiday season, and it was a very good experience because not only was I able to raise the money that I needed for some of the things that I needed, but it was also just an overall good experience. People are a little bit more giving, but it's going to be larger chunks from fewer people versus what you get during the rest of the year, which is a few dollars here and there from people as they go along. So I hope that answers your question. So this next question comes from Jose in Madrid, and he's asking me, how hard is it to manage your money when you're homeless versus being housed and being in transition? And this is something that I want to do a full-on video on, but I'm going to answer your question in a brief way in case you're not able to make this Wednesday's Hobo tutorial or you missed the video. But the long and the short is, as a homeless person, you are going to focus more on your priorities. What are your priorities? What can you spend money on? What do you are you able to hold back and not spend money on? How do you kind of get everything you need by using trade and other items to be able to accomplish your goals of getting whatever it is that you think that you need for the day? Okay, whether it be food and other resources or whatever it may be. Okay, versus when you're housed, it's much easier because you have a constant income. Okay, and when you're going from being homeless, if you actually learn how to prioritize your money properly, once you go from homeless to housed, then you're going to be looking at having a more stable income. And so therefore, if you make financial mistakes, it's a little bit easier to recover from because you're going to get paid again in another week or two. Different things like that are going to happen. So now the transition part, that is kind of the scariest part because yes, you're starting to get to a stability of income, but when you're transitioning, it's still scary because it's still new. You're still trying to make sure that you can keep that job or keep that level of income coming in. And so therefore it can be a little bit more stressful in that situation. But Jose, I hope this answers your question, and I'm going to answer this in more detail come Wednesday's hobo tutorial. Okay, so this last question comes from Sarah in Brussels, and this is yet another topic that I'm going to do a hobo tutorial on. So I want to say thank you, Sarah, for such a great question. And this question is, how do you keep yourself healthy? And how do you keep yourself healthy in inclement weather, in the extreme weather? And there's a lot of people out there that will tell you that global warming doesn't exist, or that it's a myth and stuff like that. And I will tell you, the way that our public agencies are approaching it, yes, I could see that perfectly fine. But I live outside, and I've been living outside for more than 2 years. And I will tell you that the way the environment changes, how you're going from one extreme to the other, that's not normal. It used to be where you would start off, it would go from cold to hot, and it'd be a gradual change, and then from hot to cold, so it would be a gradual change. Yes, it's going to get to a point where it's like, there's like 1 month during the year where it's extreme cold, and there's 1 month during the year where it's extreme heat. Usually the heat's in August, and the cold is usually in January, or depending upon where you're at, could be as early as December to February. Okay, so there is a lot of different things that you had to be aware of, but your body was able to acclimate to it because of a gradual change. Now what we're seeing out here is not even a gradual change. It goes from one extreme to the other. So we went from 15 degrees with like 40 as the high, to now we're up to about 30, 35 at night, to 60, and it may actually push into the mid 60s in the middle of December in the Arizona desert. We're anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above normal. Now these weather patterns, they will last for a week to 2 weeks, and then it'll go from one extreme to the other. So we just came out of an extreme cold. Now we've got to get used to an extreme heat. And this is something that, as a homeless individual, you really need to be thoughtful of, because a lot of things have changed compared to the way it used to be for our ancestors to be able to live outside, plus being, acclimated to the indoor setting. Okay. So it is extremely important that you understand your gear, you understand your immune system. You are taking supplements. There's a lot of different things that you want to do to be able to manage your health. One of my favorite things that I do that is, I consider it's an immune booster. You get it through a company called doTERRA. They do therapeutic grade essential oils. You can use, I even use it for cooking and stuff, but they have this, their flagship brand, which is called On Guard. And the natural elements in there, especially if you're not a person that takes medications, your body will respond to it much quicker. But I use the On Guard formula for years, and that is why my immune system has gotten as strong as it is. It used to be, I used to have a very weak immune system, but with using essential oils and stuff like that, that's kind of helped me. Plus, if I ever got sick, that was better than any like Tylenol, cold and flu, or anything else you could get over the counter. It would burn it out of your body within 24 hours, 48 max, and so there are different ways in which you can take care of yourself, but you also need to be cautious of everything that's going on around you. Not only the temperature change, the gear you're using, the way that you're shielding yourself from the elements, how you're sleeping at night, what kind of covers and stuff like that you have. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something of it. And now you guys know that there's a couple other specialty videos to answer these questions coming in the future, this week and next. If you want to be able to help out the channel, you find value in any of this, you can leave something down in my tip jar. Otherwise, if you would like to know more behind the scenes, what my life is like now that I'm working my way off the streets, and I'm homesteading, come on over to Patreon, get some of my behind the scenes content. You'll enjoy it. If not, try it out for a month. If you don't like it, then let me know what I could do to improve the value. But thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next video.